Hi, beautiful people. I'm Sissy, and life coach, motivational speaker, and welcome to my channel, Wellness. Today, we're talking about fasting in relation to wellness. Now, fasting has become very popular, not only for religious reasons, because most of the people in the past you thought and used fasting for religious purposes, like the Islamic people who use it for Ramadan, and the Ramadan is when they fast, and it tends to bring them closer to God. It's meant to bring you closer to God, and then also Christians as well. So fasting was always used or even seen as just for the purpose of religion, so practice of restricting yourself from eating for a certain period of time. So fasting is it's not starving. Fasting is just restricting yourself from eating for a certain limited time or period of time. Fasting is one of the oldest wellness practices in human history. I repeat it, it's one of the oldest wellness practices in human history. For thousands of years, people have fasted for spiritual reasons, for cultural reasons, for religious reasons, and also for health reasons and other reasons as well. Long before modern nutritional science, many scientists practiced periods without food or on a daily basis to try and learn what really happens to the human body when you restricted food at certain times of the day. Now we live in a modern world. Now remember, in the past, the world was not modern. We didn't have a commercialized system. Food was for basically scarcity. It wasn't everywhere. You couldn't go walk into a shop. There were no malls at the time. You had to work long hours for food, planting the food, taking care of your cattle and your stock. So you're able to have meat, for example. You understand? So these things made food less available. So people were focusing on action, on activities. We moved a lot in the past. Our ancestors were farmers. They were nomadic people most of the time. And when they became settled and started living in one place, then they started planting their food and also taking care of their animals to get the food as well. So now we live in a modern world whereby fasting it's not very popular because of the fact that food is so available. In the past, we fasted by default because food was not always available 24/7. We had to wait. And even before the farming stage, when we were hunters and nomadic hunters, our ancestors hunted for food, and maybe it'll take you 3 days hunting down the animal that you went to kill to eat. Okay, so we spent long times and long periods without food, 3 days. Sometimes in bad seasons, maybe 5 days, even a week before you get food for the whole tribe to eat. You understand? So you actually worked very hard for your food. Now we have a modern system where you go work in an office. Your job is just keeps you sitting all day long, and then you go to a shopping mall to buy food, and food is available freely as long as you have the cash. But in the past, it wasn't like that. So fasting was something we did naturally. But now with the modern world, it's a bit different. Now we eat 3 times a day. Sometimes we eat 3 times a day with snacks in between. So people can eat as much as 6 times a day. So food is now commercialized.